Okay, just a quick disclaimer. I read no instructions and I watched no videos, and I've never like removed a subframe before. So for the first part of this video, I'm kind of just fumbling around trying to figure out how it's done. And then, I don't know, fast forward maybe a minute or so, maybe 2 minutes, and we'll actually get this thing knocked out. What's up, everybody? So if you saw last week's video, you saw that we went ahead and got the extended knuckles just kind of mocked up here. We don't have a lower ball joint, so they're just bolted in the tie rod in the upper here, and then put the brakes, or the brake caliper back on. Just make sure all that's going to fit right. But this week, as you can probably tell from all this packaging, this pile of bolts here, we got the rest of the HRG kit in. This is the 6-inch Ultimate. Comes with the knuckles, not the hubs. The hubs are from Yonaka, but it comes with the knuckles, your strut spacers, subframe drop, rear trailing arm drop, just all the stuff. Everything you need for the 6-inch kit comes in this. It even comes with the rear upper control arms. You've got adjustable upper ball joints for your for the front upper control arm. You got some camber arm brackets. Just, I mean, everything you need. Bunch of spacers for the subframe. You got the drop for your engine mounts right here to drop the engine down with the subframe. Of course, the rear mount doesn't change because it comes with the subframe. This week we are going to start working on getting this stuff installed. Going to start off with the subframe drop, and that's going to be the main goal for this video, is get that all installed, ready to go. And then next week we hopefully will have ball joints and we can do the knuckles and start test fitting the engine and stuff like that. Alright, so we've got our subframe mounting points here, here. You know, all these bolts here. So we're just going to take them out one at a time, match them up with the different size bolts that we have here, and figure out which spacer and which bolt goes in which location. So right now I'm just going through and I'm loosening all the subframe bolts, and I'm going to let the subframe kind of drop down a little bit. Just thinking out loud. Oh, she's moving.
She is moving. I saw that.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
Alright, so got this pipe and jack set up so the subframe doesn't fall on our heads, which is still connected to the suspension line, so I don't think it will, but just in case we can kind of control it a little bit better.
Let's sit there.
Okay, so I'm missing something.
That's not doing anything, and I'm not holding up at all.
Huh. So I'm going to reassess the situation, make a solid game plan, and then we'll pick this video back up whenever I know what I'm doing. Because right now I'm just kind of guessing and seeing what happens. Alright, so back down here, I went ahead and undid the steering up there. So I had forgotten to disconnect that. And then put this bolt back in the suspension here. And I'm gonna try and tilt it again like I was in the beginning, because I think we've got enough gap now. So loosely put this side in and then drop this side, same thing. Put the steering extension in there. And that should be about it. All right, went ahead and got the front subframe drop kit laid out with the strut spacers as well. Oh yeah, that's it. Now we're in business.
All right.
Down far. All right, steering is free.
Trying to get a better angle on it. There we go.
Have the double barrel spacer for these back ones. They're right here close to each other.
Okay, so what do we got going on?
Alright, you're gonna have to come up here in this hole with me.
All right.
Can you see in here?
Yep.
So the front hole here, the threads don't start till up in the chassis a little bit. And then the back hole, the threads start immediately. So the front hole needs a long bolt and the rear hole needs a short one. And then the fourth one over here needs the long one, because it's the same way, the threads start up in the chassis a little bit. So one long, one short for the double barrel. Slide that thing back up in there.
So you say again, that's a long one for the front,
Yep, long one for the front.
short one for the rear.
Yeah. And then we have our last spacer.
Which goes right there. We can see it from here.
And this one is one of the long bolts. Alright, just like that. Alright, I'm gonna get a socket, get this tightened down a little bit, and then we'll pick this up whenever we're ready to switch over to the other side. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the strut assembly here and put the strut spacer on. That way this can get back down here to this. We can use this side as a pivot point to do subframe drop on that side, just like we did over here. From here, we're just going to put our bolt back in right there. Look at that, it's lining up like it's factory again. That's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
So just throw that bolt back in right there, and then we'll be able to pivot down for the other side. So knock out the other side, it's just the same as this side. And then we'll show you all putting the steering thing on there. All right, so here's our steering extension piece. And it's going to connect that back to the steering column. So put the joint up in that way, and that'll drop on there. The subframe's kind of rocked back right now. I gotta get it lined back up, but that'll go on there, and then the other side will just connect right back up to the steering column. Pretty simple, but definitely needed, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to turn the car. Get that connected back up inside the car, and we should be good. I did have to take this loose right here so the line can drop. Alright, there we have it. That piece up there, I actually slid it onto the rack first, and then unbolted the steering column, and swung the steering column out, and then dropped it back in. Ben stood out here on the outside and kind of helped me line it up, and then just jam that column in there. And got all 8 bolts tightened up on the subframe. So here we go. When the pole falls, You'll know it's on its own weight. Oh, there it goes. Got it. The subframe is dropped. See everything. All those green parts everywhere. And the steering adapter. There it is. Step 1 of the lift kit. Next week we'll probably put on the spacer for the other side, put the lower ball joints and the knuckles, get the knuckles fully installed, get the brakes on it, and hell, I guess next week we're going to finish the front lift kit. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching step 1 of the lift install on the Battle Civic. Subframe drop, EK. So yeah, I guess that's all for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week for another one. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe.